The Babadook was an Australian horror film released in theatres in 2014, directed by Jennifer Kent. The film is about a mother named Amelia and her son Samuel living together and of them reading a story which turns into a real nightmare coming true. What I noticed that makes the Babadook Australian was that all of the actors' accents sounded Australian, and this made the film feel Australian, as Australian people have a different accent compared to other nations around the world. Also, the film The Babadook continues to feel Australian, as some words said in the film are abbreviated.
Do you want to go to Wally's?
And Australian people abbreviate a lot of words, which creates that Australian feeling that many people relate to. In The Babadook, the values that we see are the family value, which is shown throughout the film as the mother Amelia takes care of her son Samuel and doesn't care what anyone thinks of him and loves him always. In addition, the family value is considered a contemporary Australian value, as many Australians love to spend time with their families and do family activities together. The Babadook's target audience is the people who enjoy the horror genre and others who like to watch films that give out a scary feeling as well. We know this because there are many people in the world who like horror films and enjoy what they have to offer, such as the fear and tension in the situations in films, as well as having a viewing experience of what unfolds in front of their eyes. Other horror movies that were released in 2014 were films such as Annabelle, directed by John Leonotti, which was about a doll that was possessed and intended to harm many people, and Housebound, directed by Gerald Johnston, which was about evil spirits in a family home causing harm. These films have the same target audience because they were all horror films wanting to scare people and also make people enjoy the scenery of horror unfolding. Jennifer Kent's The Babadook has received a lot of good reviews and credit, such as from Rotten Tomatoes, which rated the film 98%, and Metascore, which rated the film 86%, which was really helpful for people as they can see that it's a good film and something that is worth watching. Awards that The Babadook has won has been the Empire Award for the Best Horror in 2015, AACT Award for the Best Film 2015, as well as the AACT Award for the Best Direction won by director Jennifer Kent. Awards that she has also won with this film has been the New York Film Critics Circle Award for the Best Film 2014, the AACT Award for the Best Original Screenplay, and all of these reviews and good credits has made The Babadook a film to watch. The film was distributed by being shown on TV as well as being on DVD for people to buy the film online, as well as other platforms such as Stan, which is a website where people can watch a variety of TV shows and movies, and a place where The Babadook is one of those films that have a good ratings under the horror section. The structure of the story engages the audience because of how the story unfolds and what happens in every stage that leads to the final of the film, at the end result in which the Babadook was defeated. People are engaged by this because it creates excitement by the events that happen and people want to know what will happen next. The genre of The Babadook is a horror genre, as the film has many creepy features and scary scenes that represent a horror film. It engages the audience by the tension of events happening, resulting in fear and excitement shown from the audience. Other reasons that the film is a horror film is because the story was set to become scary and everything that goes on makes it scary, with the Babadook haunting Samuel and his mother, making them terrified and unsure what to do. The way the Babadook was edited was excellent, as it creates a surreal feeling to what is happening in the film, as well as making people in the audience feel tense of the situations that are happening in front of their eyes. The editing also makes the film look professional and well presented as people watch. In the 9th minute film, the use of camera angles and acting styles engages the audience in many ways. When Ruby, Clay's daughter, enters her treehouse with loud thunds and steps come from her ballerina shoes, the camera angle shown as a low angle as the camera faces towards Ruby, representing her power's dominance in this situation in the film. This engages the audience because Ruby is showing dominant power, resulting in the audience wanting to know what will happen next. Furthermore, when the camera pans to Samuel, the camera angle shown as a high angle, showing Samuel with his head down and legs crossed on the floor, resulting in him being represented as powerless and defenseless. As Ruby continues to hurt Samuel with her comments about him not having a dad, he gets fed up and the camera moves to a middle shot from the angle and Samuel, who then pushes Ruby out of tree as he expresses his anger from Ruby's hurtful comments. These camera angles engage the audience because they show the power from Samuel as he fights back and stands up for himself. Adding on, the acting style shown by Ruby engages the audience due to the fact that she talks in an aggressive and mean tone to her cousin, creating drama, and this engages the audience as the drama unfolds in the scene. The acting style shown by Samuel is powerless and powerful, engages the audience because of him being sad and then go into an angry mood to throw Ruby off her treehouse, people making the audience feel interested to what is going on. In addition, the camera angles and acting styles engages the audience together as they show both situations of the scene and how each character reacts, creating drama, resulting in excitement from the audience. The media production process comes in 3 stages, which are pre-production, production, and post-production. In the pre-production stage, filmmakers create ideas for films as well as writing scripts, character profiles, and storyboards to prepare for the production stage, where filming and recording is done for a media product. After that, the final stage is the post-production stage, where editing and other changes are made before the final copy. There are many specialist roles in each media production process stage. For pre-production, the key roles are the story writers for the media product, storyboard artists who draw the storyboards for films, a screenplay writer who writes the scripts for the films, and the director who is in charge of everything. In the production stage, the main roles are the actors and actresses acting out their parts in the film, and the camera crew shooting the acting from the actors, which leads us to the post-production stage. The main roles are the film editors who get the footage from the production and begin to assemble that footage by cutting out unnecessary bits as well as adding music to scenes, dubbing, sound effects, and lighting effects to make the film look good, and then putting all of the changes made for the final piece. In the Babadook, many people played key roles behind the scenes, and some of these individuals were Jennifer Kent, who was the director of the film, as well as the screenwriter who wrote the script for the film as well. Christina Satan and Kristen Molia, as the main producers, Radket Ladskas, who was the director of photography during the creation of the film, and finally Simon Najou, the film editor in the post-production stage. The Babadook was funded by Kickstarter, and Kickstarter funded the film by allowing supporters to donate to the production for the film, and with the funding from many supporters, the film was able to be made and allowed to have the best shot of making a good horror movie that would hopefully attract many people to watching it. Very successful film and received a lot of good feedback from many people and critics, such as Rotten Tomatoes, who rated the film 98%, and other critics such as Goodreads, who rated the film 4 out of 5. In addition, the film contributes to its success as it has won many awards, such as the Empire Award for Best Horror in 2015, and awards won by Jennifer Kent, such as the AACTA Award for the Best Film in 2015, and the AACTA Award for Best Direction. In The Babadook, the creature is portrayed as a gay icon in the film. Throughout most parts of the film, the Babadook never reveals itself until the end of the film as a black-figured creature that fears of being judged and criticised by Amelia and Samuel. This also relates to how the LBDG community feels. Many individuals part of that community feel they are judged and criticised for their beliefs. In the film, an example is shown when Samuel's mother Amelia rips up the book she read to Samuel and throws it in the bin, relating to how back to the LBGT community feel when they compare themselves to others in society. In addition, the Babadook should be shown to be a different character, and people should be reminded that they should be proud of who they are and not to matter what anyone thinks of them. Since the Babadook is shown as a gay icon in the film, a Blu-ray limited DVD version has been incorporated and shows the colours of the LBGT flag. The Babadook is classified M because of the horror themes, violence, sexual references, and coarse language that is in the film. The M classification for this film means the content shown is moderate in impact, and in the Babadook, what we see is scenes that contain violence and horror throughout many parts of the film, making it classified M because of what is shown within the film. Now I would like to say thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed.